You sitting there with that sad look in your eyes like the world came crashing down around you. I know that look. Hell, I invented it. You thought they cared, didn't you? Thought they'd stick by you, that they'd lift you up when you were down. But guess what? People are selfish. They chew you up and spit you out, leaving you there on the floor, wondering what the hell went wrong. They didn't break you. Don't give them that satisfaction. They broke your heart, maybe. Yeah, they shattered it like cheap glass. But your heart ain't what keeps you going, kid. Your heart is weak. It loves, it trusts, it gets hurt. But your spirit? Now that's something else. That's the part of you they can't touch, no matter how hard they try. That's made of steel, unbreakable, unstoppable. You feel that anger inside you, that burn in your chest, when you think about all the times they left you hanging? Good. Hold on to that. See, pain's a funny thing. It can destroy you. Yeah. But it can also make you stronger than you ever thought possible. That rage, that feeling of betrayal, that's your fuel, kid. That's what's gonna get you up off that floor. Not love, not hope. Rage. It's pure. It's real. It never lies to you like people do. I know what you're thinking. Why me? Why'd they do it to me? It ain't personal. It's never personal. People use you for what they can get. They take what they need, and when you're all drained up, they toss you aside like yesterday's trash. Don't take it to heart. That's just the way the world works. Everyone's in it for themselves. You're just a stop on their way to whatever the hell they're looking for. But let me give you the secret, kid. You don't need anyone. Not really. You came into this world alone, and guess what? You're gonna leave it the same damn way. So why bother trying to fit into someone else's plan? Why bother begging for their approval or their love? It's all fake. A joke. A bad joke at that. The only thing real in this messed up world is the fire inside you. That drive that keeps you moving, no matter how many times they knock you down. Look at me. You think I got here by begging people to care? Nah. I built this life with my own 2 hands out of nothing. They laughed at me too. They spat in my face, told me I was crazy, worthless, nothing. But here I am. Look at me now. I didn't let them break me. And neither should you. It's a cold world, kid. And it'll beat you to your knees if you let it. You can't let it. You can't let the pain swallow you whole. You gotta use it. Twist it. Mold it into something else. Make it your weapon, your armor. Let it harden you. But don't let it turn you into them. Don't let it turn you into someone who steps on others to get ahead. No, that's too easy. That's their game. You're better than that. You gotta rise above it. It ain't gonna be easy. No one's gonna hand you anything on a silver platter. You're gonna have to fight for every inch. But that's the beauty of it. Because when you fight, when you claw your way to the top, when you're standing there covered in the sweat and blood of your own struggle, you're gonna know that you did that. Not them, not anyone else, just you. And that's something they can never take away from you. You want to cry? Go ahead. But let those tears fuel the fire. Let them remind you of what you've been through, of what you've survived. They broke your heart, but they didn't break you. And if you let that sink in, If you really let it hit you, then you're gonna realize something. You're gonna realize that they're the ones who are weak, not you. They're the ones who can't handle real pain, real loss. That's why they run. That's why they hide behind their lies and their fake smiles. You don't need to hide. You've been through hell, and you're still here. You're still standing, and that makes you dangerous. Because someone who's been broken and survived, they ain't afraid of anything anymore. What's left to lose? Nothing. And when you got nothing to lose, you've got everything to gain. So what's it gonna be? You gonna sit there in the dirt feeling sorry for yourself? Or are you gonna stand up and take what's yours? The world ain't gonna give you any handouts. You gotta go out there and grab it. No more excuses. No more crying over what could have been. It's time to wake up. It's time to fight. Because if you don't, they'll keep breaking you over and over until there's nothing left. And we can't have that, can we? No, you're stronger than that. I can see it in your eyes. You're a survivor. You're a fighter. They broke your heart, but they didn't break your spirit. And that is all you really need. So, you're still here. That means you're listening. That means deep down, I'm right. Don't you? You might not want to admit it, but you can feel it crawling under your skin. That burning truth you've been running from for so long. They never cared. They never really cared. But you cared, didn't you? You poured your heart out. Put your trust in their hands like some fool thinking it'd be safe. Guess what? It wasn't. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you weren't enough. Maybe if you'd been different, they wouldn't have turned their backs on you. Wrong. That's the lie they fed you. That's how they keep you weak. Keep you doubting yourself. Always looking inward, wondering what you could have done better. What if it was never about you? What if it's always been about them? Their fear, their selfishness, their inability to see anything beyond their own damn noses. Think about it. They weren't there for you when you needed them most, were they? When the walls were closing in, when everything was falling apart. No, they were too busy saving their own skins. And you? You were just collateral damage. They didn't break you. No, they hurt you. Sure. They cut you deep, left you bleeding on the ground. But breaking you? That's a whole different beast. See, to break someone means you gotta take away that spark inside them. You gotta make them believe they're worthless, that they don't matter. You're still here, aren't you? You're still breathing, still feeling, still thinking about how to get back up. That means they failed. See, there's something they didn't count on. They didn't count on you having that fight in you. That fire that just won't go out, no matter how much they try to stamp it out. And that's what's gonna save you, kid. That's what's gonna pull you out of this pit they threw you in. You don't need their approval, their love, or their damn sympathy. All you need is that fire. All you need is that refusal to quit, that anger, that rage. It's burning in there just beneath the surface. You're trying to keep it down, trying to be the bigger person. How's that been working out for you? Being the bigger person? Holding in all that hurt, all that pain? Let me guess. It's eating you alive, ain't it? Slowly, bit by bit. gnawing at your insides like a parasite. You want to know why? Because you're trying to play by their rules. You're trying to be what they want you to be. Quiet, compliant, small. But that ain't you, is it? Nah. You've got something bigger inside you. Something they're afraid of. That's why they tried to tear you down in the first place. They saw what you were capable of, and it scared the hell out of them. Fear, it's powerful, sure, but it's also fragile. All it takes is one spark to turn that fear into something else, something dangerous. And you're that spark. You've always been that spark. They tried to snuff you out, but you're still here. And that's got them scared. They know they can't break you. Not really. Now, here's the part where most people tell you to let it go, to move on, to forgive and forget. But I'm not like most people. I'm not gonna feed you that sugar-coated, feel-good nonsense. No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The truth that nobody else has the guts to say. You don't have to forgive them. You don't have to move on. You don't even have to forget what they did. But what you do need to do is stop letting it control you. Stop letting it define who you are. They took something from you, but that doesn't mean they get to keep it. You take that power back. You take all that pain, all that betrayal, and you turn it into fuel. Use it to push yourself further than you ever thought possible. Use it to build something they can't touch. Something that's yours. Because that's the best revenge, kid. Living your life so damn loud, so damn strong, that they can't ignore you. That they can't pretend you don't exist. Let them see what you've become. Not because you need their validation, but because it'll eat them alive. Let them choke on the sight of you standing tall, unbroken, unbowed. Let them know that no matter what they did, they couldn't kill your spirit. And here's the real kicker. The more they see you rise, the more they'll realize their mistake. The more they'll see what they lost, and the more it'll eat away at them. And you'll be too busy living your life to give a damn. See, that's what they don't get. They think they won because they broke your heart, because they left you in the dirt. But they didn't win, kid. They just woke up something inside you. Something stronger than they could ever understand. They didn't break you. They set you free. Free from their lies. Free from their games. Free from needing anyone but yourself. And that's worth more than all the love and approval in the world. So, what are you gonna do now, huh? Sit there and cry about what you lost? Or stand up and take what's yours? Because this world, it don't care about your tears. It don't care about your heartbreak. It only cares about strength, about will, about who's still standing when the dust settles. And let me tell you something else about people like them. They're cowards. They run the second things get tough, don't they? When the storms roll in, they're already out the door, pretending they never even knew your name. But you're still here, weathering that storm, taking every hit, every bruise, and turning it into armor. People like them, they hide from the rain. They'll never know what it feels like to stand in the middle of the storm, drenched in it, but still standing. That's what makes you dangerous, kid. That's what makes you unstoppable. You've been through hell and you didn't run. You stayed, you fought, and now you're stronger than they could ever be. So, Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you down. Don't let them think for 1 second that they won, because they didn't. You're still breathing, still fighting, still clawing your way forward, and that makes you a threat. You've seen the worst they had to offer, and guess what? You survived it. You thrived in it. They broke your heart, but they could never break your spirit. Now you get to decide what happens next. Not them. Not anyone else. You. And that's the scariest thing in the world for people like them. Someone who doesn't need them. Someone who can stand tall on their own. Someone they can't control. And that's you, kid. You're still standing. So go out there and show them. Show them that no matter what they did, they couldn't take you down. Show them that your spirit is unbreakable. Because at the end of the day, kid, that's all that matters. They think they know you. They think they've got you all figured out. Just another broken soul they can leave behind. Just another stepping stone on their path to whatever it is they're chasing. They'll never find it. They're running from the same thing you've been facing head on. The truth that nothing lasts forever. That every relationship, every bond is just one misstep away from crumbling. You're different. Facing that pain, holding on to it. They think you're broken, but what they don't get is that you're building something from those pieces. Something stronger. Something they'll never have the guts to create.